Sorry about that abrupt ending on that last one. I tried to cut the story into 2 videos, and apparently I can't do more than 15 minutes. So that was really hard to trim it down enough. So here's the rest of it. Once as it tried to crawl up on the bed, once as it fell onto the bed, and once as it toppled to the ground. When it had fallen onto the ground, it was still moving, but it was in pain. I could hear, see, and smell properly now. So when I realized I had won the fight, it was that thing that had made the sound from the stairs. But it was just a kid. I had just hit a kid in the head with a metal rod, and he was rolling around on the floor in pain. He was in just too much pain to cry, so he just moaned and rolled. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Here, let me help you," I said as I got out of the bed and hugged him. As I got closer to him, I could smell him. He smelled like the sauna. Was he what caused that horrible smell from the sauna? Who is this? I got down, sat on the floor, hugged him, rocked him back and forth to try to calm him down. I don't know how I knew what to do. I just seen it on TV. "Can I look at you just to see how you're doing?" I said. I could feel him nodding. I took both my hands on his cheeks and slowly turned his face against mine. This was not a healthy kid. He must have had some sort of physical disability. His lower jaw was enormous compared to the rest of his head. He was cross-eyed and his teeth were crooked, but that might have been from where I hit him, although it had looked like they had grown like that. His hair was brown, dirty, and the shape of his skull was odd too. It was lumpy, but not noticeably unless you held him like I did. I looked at him and thought he was probably around 7 to 8 years old, not much older. Even though he looked physically disabled, I could sort of give an accurate age assessment. He just kept moaning, and I could see that it had hit him more than once. I had hit him behind his left eye, on top of his left side of his head, and the last time a hard hit downwards across his whole left side of his face. He was bleeding from his mouth, and his left eye was bloodshot. I took him in my arms and carried him downstairs to try to clean him up. He was starting to cry now, as if the shock had worn off. He said,
"Why did you hurt me, Mama?"
Did he just call me Mama? Was that what he meant? I thought so, and I said, "No, I'm not your mom. Is your mama here? Do you two live here?" I couldn't help but notice how light he was. I could feel his hip bone pushed against my stomach. He was that skinny. I just blurted out if he wanted something to eat. I stumbled on my words, so I had to ask him again, so he could understand me. His crying softened, and he nodded his head. I laid him down on the couch and told him not to move so I could get some ice for his head. He didn't listen and went after me. He staggered, and I said that he has to wait here.
"But I want to be with you, Mama,"
he said. "I'm not your mama," I answered back, and I tried to lead him back to the couch. He got very upset by my answer and suddenly yelled at me and tried to hit me.
"You are my mama."
I had no idea what to do. I don't believe in lying to kids about these sort of things, but I was very compelled to right now. But I couldn't do that to him, so I just said, "No, I am not your mom. Do you and your mama live here?"
"Yes, Mama. I live here too. You come and give me food and stories."
He would not keep his voice down. It seemed like he was not mentally stable. But if I had been hit several times in the head with a metal rod, I probably would be upset, so I can't blame him for that. His strange speech was caused by his abnormally large lower jaw. But it was the whole way he was talking that made me feel he was not alright. Had he just said that he lived here and his mom came and gave him food and stories? I can give you food and I can tell you stories, but I'm not your mama, okay? I'm gonna put on the stove and get you some food. Do you like French toast? I can make you some. I put on the stove and took everything out that I needed from the fridge. This place is so old that having fabric in front of the stove is not called a Faserdheier. It's pronounced fashion. My parents, as I've said before, are such procrastinators. I said that we could go and get him a shower so he could get all clean and begin to smell better while the food cooked. The bread was on the toaster and the rest was in the frying pan. I said we could get something done while we waited. He agreed, not very excitingly. He had been wearing a hoodie and pajama pants. Both were too big for him. I said that he should take them off so they don't get ruined. He said no. He was getting to me somehow. I was getting annoyed. But I felt like I couldn't be annoyed because this whole experience was the strangest thing I've ever done. And it was about 3 a.m. I managed to talk him into taking off his hoodie and asked him if he had any more clothes.
You don't give me anything else.
He said, "Does his mom not give him any clothes? Where is she?" He thinks she is me, but she has to be somewhere, and I guess not too far away. My panic started to build up again. Any second, an angry woman could come in and try to kill me for showering her son. I asked him when Mama left.
Many darks ago, like this many. This many.
He held up all of his fingers. Many darks ago? Many nights ago? Had she left her kid alone in my house for almost 2 weeks? Does Mama usually go away for so long? I asked as I turned on the shower. He was still wearing his pants, but I thought I could let him do that. I had an extra pajama pants he could borrow. As the water started coming down, he hugged me. One of his hands were on my breast, but I didn't think anything in that moment. I patted him on the back and said, "Okay, get in the shower. I'm going to get you some new clothes, okay? These smell really bad." "No, not leave," he said, still hugging me with one arm, his other arm on my stomach. He started to squeeze my breasts, and "Whoa, you can't do that. That's my private part." I started to get angry.
But you wanted me to do that, Mama.
He answered, and he got towards me again, but this time his hand went straight to between my legs. WTF? "No, you can't do that." "Does your mama say you can do that to her?" I asked, and I was getting very frightened. What should I do? I need to call child services about this. Great. I'm in the middle of nowhere without internet access to their number.
You, my Mama. Why you say that you don't? You gone for many darks, and you say you got Papa too. Where Papa?
This is not a safe place. 2 people are probably not far from here looking for this kid. Should I leave him? Should I take him with me? Both seem absolutely insane. But one seems less insane than the other. He has to come with me. We have to leave now. The only person I could think to go to was my neighbor, Kurt. "Come on, we have to go," I told him. I lifted him up, still dripping wet, and we ran to Kurt. I banged on the door for a few minutes before he opened. Wearing a bathrobe, he took one look at me with this half-naked, physically disabled, and probably slightly mentally disabled little kid in my arms. And he said, almost yelling in a distracted voice, "No, no, no, not you too." Let me know what you think is going on so far, and I'll post the second half probably in a day or two because I'm tired. I'm really tired. Unbelievable. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you for the next video. I hope I can shorten it down enough to make it not 45 minutes long.